Saer, who operates with the name Sami on Twitter. So Saer, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. But looking at the developments here, there's optimism certainly which is being sounded by people from Dhaka. As someone who has been watching the developments very closely yourself, the role of Muhammad Yunus becomes very, very critical at this juncture.
Right, you're very correct. And I think before I point on the role of Muhammad Yunus, I should also mention a more detail that what has actually brought us to this juncture, like why we are facing this event in Bangladesh right now. I have always said before that India as a bigger neighbor, India as a large democratic country who are around us and who are very good friends with the people of Bangladesh and the state. I feel that if India played its role correctly, today we would not actually see something like this happen in Bangladesh. If you go back, you would see that there are elections where only Indian embassy or the Indian High Commission would praise highly. Now, like I'm very glad that Mr. Shringla is present here today, so I can actually see that. In 2018, we had a very controversial election where votes were rigged. People are not really participating in the election. Ballot boxes were stuffed with fake votes. Before the election, Mr. Shringla said, we do not really interfere in a country's electoral process. It is their internal matter. But just after the election happened and all the reports emerged that it was a sham election, it was a very controversial election, it was absolute looting. He commented that it's a very nice election. People participated from all walks of life, where absolutely nobody said this kind of word. So, like being the Indian envoy, when you show that you are supporting a government that is involved in vote rigging, that is involved in curtailing people's democratic rights, then what do you expect? People will, of course, get furious. Even this election, the last one, it was not participatory, but Indian High Commission people praised the election, that it was a participatory election. So if India played its role correctly, and of course India have massive influence on Bangladesh statecraft, why they did not do that? And now Muhammad Yunus, as he is here, we know Mr. Yunus very well, the entire world respects him. So there is no doubt that he will do his best to take the country to the correct route. But the situation in Bangladesh, of course, remains a bit fragile. At this moment, there are some sporadic attacks across. But I'm sure that now, as the new government have sworn in, things are going to be calm and quiet pretty soon.
Okay.